morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around this beautiful, beautiful world. How you're doing on Friday? Happy Friday. Today, I've got an amazing, amazing guest for the soon-to-be a TEDx Speaker show. And she's already a TEDx speaker. But let me introduce you to Jasmine Mbye. She is an empowerment champion. She won a lot of awards for what she does. She's a trainer, a coach. And as of this week, she's a TEDx speaker.
Yay!
Yes. A huge congratulations to you. How you feel as a TEDx speaker?
I feel great. And you know what, Biliana, you helped me go from feeling like just great to really, really super great, because I realized I'm like 0.01%, I think you said it is, of people that have done TEDx and TED Talks. I'm like, whoa, girl, you go. So yeah, I feel good.
Yeah, there are about 65,000 people around the world who has been on TED and TEDx stage, and you are one of them.
Yay.
0.001%. Very exclusive group of people.
Very.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Has been an absolute pleasure to get to know you because of TEDx. And it's what I really love is, like, because of TEDx, I can meet amazing people like you, and that is totally making my day. Like, it's really, really amazing. So your talk was about empowerment. And the way how you open your talk was amazing. So let me just pause for a second. All of you watching right now, I put the link to Jasmine TED Talk in the description of the post here. I can put the link again in the comment, no problem at all. But once we finish this interview with Jasmine, I really want you to go and watch that TED Talk, because I'll tell you how the TED Talk started. It is me, my mom, and what is the title of the lady
from social services?
The lady from social services. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? Like, you grabbed me straight away. Like, I really want to know now your story. Like, what was happening? Why, you were sitting on a couch together, with your mom in social services. Like, what all happened? So it was really powerful start of the TED Talk. And I'm not going to tell you guys what happened after this, because I want you to go and watch that TED Talk. But sorry, Jasmine, tell me why you chose this topic and why you chose what you do, obviously.
Great question. And I feel as if the TEDx Bedford's Behind the Mask theme, as if it was made for me. It's just, it's just so on point. And it's because, as the empowerment champion, a title that I've decided I want to own, I come from a place of, I know what it's like to feel disempowered. I know what it's like to feel weak, but projecting strength, because I'm wearing that mask. And it really is something that I highly identify with. I have, even though that situation happened, I've not really been classified as someone who's vulnerable, because I've never looked vulnerable. I've always hidden my vulnerability. I've always hidden those difficulties and struggles. And so it gets missed. And in some ways that can be a good thing, because I'm actually able to go through life and function and do things. But in other ways, what it can mean is that there's support that I need that I just haven't gotten. And so I shared on this platform my story, or some of my story, and I do what I do, which is all about empowering and inspiring women and teen girls, because I know what it's like to have been there. And as a teen, I didn't get the support that I needed. And I would like to know that teen girls can get that support and can know that there's nothing wrong with them. Because I really felt that there was something wrong with me growing up, and I felt so alone. And I just want people to know that they're not, and there is nothing wrong with them, and they can get through it.
Absolutely. I have goosebumps, honestly, like listening to you. Every time I listen to you, I've got the goosebumps. I think it is so about also generations somehow. Yeah. And I don't want to divide generations here. I just want to explain that when we were born, indeed, like if something is going on internally in the family, you think that there's something wrong with you, that you did something wrong, you basically blame yourself. And that's how we were raised. And I'm so grateful that people like you managed to speak up and like really openly sharing what you went through and being vulnerable on stage as well. But to just to show exactly like that this is not this is, I don't want to use the word correct, but like there is another way to basically express yourself and have really much happier life. So it's amazing that you do work with women and with teenagers and girls that they're really going through something in their life that makes them hiding. And this is
right.
huge.
It makes them want to hide away or pretend. And that's the thing. It's the pretense, because quite often we don't know. I've been, even in more recent times, in difficult situations, people are just unaware, because people only know. I remember sometime years ago, someone saying to me, I was like, why don't people realize, you know, that I hurt? And they're like, if you don't show them that you're hurting, how will they know? But then, you know, coming from my background, you know, if you've ever been in an abusive situation, you're made to feel that you can't share. And so then the other question is the flip side. How can I show it if I don't know how, or if I'm scared to? And that's the thing that, you know, can be such a difficult situation and lead to a bit of a vicious circle.
But I also express it in a very non-violent way. This is so important, because I see a lot of people in the same situation as you, having like violence in the family, and they turn into, you know, people who express emotions through violence, which is actually going in like completely the opposite direction, basically, of expressing. So yeah, you like. I absolutely admire the fact that you work with people so they can really show their authentic self. And that is so important. And I wanted also to touch base one thing. And I'm sure all of you who are listening right now, just put in the comment where you're watching it from, and how you feel about really being authentic self and how you show your authentic self to everyone around. What I want you to touch base also is like showing that true self, and really like getting off the mask and showing your true self. It's not just in personal life, but it's also in business, in office. It's like if you want to be like truly self, you can't just have two faces, like one face in the office, like what we've been thought was always like, hold your shit together and go and be professional. And then like go outside the office, like change the mask with another mask.
Yeah, literally. And that's why I linked it to the imposter syndrome, because I think that that's rooted in this belief that, you know, I have to be this way. And that's almost the mask. It's not kind of from a liberated standpoint, because sometimes, you know what, the mask is appropriate. You know, I'm in character, or it's serving my purpose right now. But it's that kind of thing of feeling I have to. And you're right, a lot of people in their professional careers feel like I have to pretend I know all the answers and everything's fine. Whereas actually, you know, we can be professional but still be human. To me, that human element, that's what we connect with, right? So why do we feel such a need to be pretentious and act like we're always okay and we always know, rather than actually saying, to be honest, I'm unsure of that. I'm going to have to look into that. Or there's a few things that need to be worked out. That gives us kind of room to breathe, grow, and connect, which is what, as human beings, that's the one of the biggest desires we have, is to connect. That's how we're heard. That's how we're seen. But we actually may not realize how we can prevent that through our hiding behind the mask.
Exactly. You know, if you don't mind, I'm going to share a very quick story. Because of work, when I started, back in 2001, I feel old now. When I started I started in 2000, but 2001, I became a digital transformation consultant. Hi, Alejandra. I'm going to stop my story very quickly just to read. Alejandra says, Alejandra, hi to Chile, because I know that she's logging from Chile. It's
Oh,
so hard
wow.
sometimes accepting things without blaming yourself, but now I've learned to follow my inside me and do what I truly believe as on my way to do, and not what others think I should do. That is so beautiful, beautiful, Alejandra. That's
Wonderful.
so beautiful. So I just wanted to share a quick one with mask and exactly what you were saying. Like, if you don't know something, like, don't hide, pretend that you know everything. Because of work, one of my first clients was actually a multi-billionaire Italian man. And every time when I was going to his board meetings and any kind of meetings, if he was asking me a question and I was trying to pretend that I know something, he would absolutely call me out straight away. It was literally a slap on my face, to be honest. Because I wasn't that sure. I was just started my work, and I was like, as a professional consultant, I'm not allowed to say I don't know something. Literally, like 1 week in on that project, at some point, I just decided that I'm not gonna lie and I'm not gonna pretend that I know everything, because no one knows everything. And I went into a meeting with him, and he was asking something, and I said, I don't know this, but I'm going to check it and I will let you know tomorrow. And he was really super happy with my answer. And I didn't expect that reaction. I was like, whoa, that is really good. And since that meeting, I have to say, like, for 19 years, and even now I'm a TEDx coach, if I don't know something, I just say, like, I don't know that. Like, I don't even feel guilty.
Because you just need that confidence to understand. If I'm a human being, I have limitations, and it's okay to acknowledge that I don't know, and people will respect me more as long as I'm willing to find out. And that's what it is. And I think, that's a liberation that many of us haven't grasped yet. And like you said, people that are often the highest in their game, they don't know it all, but they know someone who knows. And that's the secret to their success. So they'll be like, oh, no, I don't know, but I'll find out. I know a person. They should be able to give me that answer. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, And it just frees you to then be your best, because you can do what you do really well. What you know, you can share. What you don't know, connect with others. Life's about those connections and the network, the community, the team. It's not about us as an individual trying to be something we're not, which is perfect.
Loving it. Alejandra says, my greeting for you. Love listening to interesting topics. Thank you so much. We are going to talk about Jasmine TEDx Journey, but just before that, I'm curious. I'm always curious. I love the name of your organization, which is the Like Me, and then it's CIC. How do you pronounce the CIC? Sis?
Yeah, literally, I'll just say the Like Me CIC. Yeah, that's it.
The Like Me CIC. Tell me more about that.
So when I had my daughter, I had been training and coaching with an organization as my main client, and that abruptly ended. The business that I had started prior to having her wasn't quite working out, and whilst pregnant, I just thought, you know what, I just want to park that. I don't have any desire to go forward with it. So I had my daughter, and I was thinking, right, what am I doing in my life now? Maternity leave's coming to an end. Attended a conference called the Women Like Me in Luton. It was a free conference, expected the room to be half empty, got there, it was packed. The day was inspiring. And I was just like, I didn't know Luton did this kind of stuff. It's a women's conference. The women are here, they're interested. I was like, this is what I want to do. And so that name, the Women Like Me, I thought great, but I was also aware of challenges with girls in that area. And I thought, okay, so I want to work with girls because I've got a girl now. God's blessed me. And I want to make sure that, I've worked through my stuff so she can grow up balanced and healthy. But what if she has friends who don't have parents that have had the chance to work through? And unfortunately, they pass issues on to their children. I'd like to know that those friends have somewhere that they can go to be made whole and healthy. So that's where the Girls Like Me came about. And I thought, well, if I've got the Girls Like Me, the Women Like Me, let's just call it the Like Me CIC, because we're a community interest company. Ta-da!
Is CIC abbreviation amazing? Is CIC abbreviation of something?
For community interest company, yes.
Oh, nice. That's amazing. Yeah.
So we're a social enterprise.
The first time when I read the Like Me CIC, if you read it in Cyrillic, as Cyrillic is my first language, you can read it as sis, which comes for sister.
Which I like. That's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I was like, I like with sis because I call my older sister sis, like the English sis, literally. And everyone's like, her name is not sis, where this sis. I was like, sis is for sister, which is the English name for sister, basically. And it's quite funny, but yeah, it's just
that works because we're a female-focused organization. So yeah, I like that.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk about your TEDx journey. And for all of you watching right now, if you have any kind of questions or you want any kind of advice from Jasmine, from me, just put in the comments your questions, because I would love to go through them, and let us know. So Jasmine, tell me about your TEDx journey. It's always a journey. There are people who always think doing a TEDx is a very easy thing. There are people who think like doing a TEDx is a hell a lot, very difficult journey. Yeah. So what was your journey?
Oh, my journey is really interesting in that I've watched TEDx and TED Talks and thought I'd love to do one of those one day. So it's been on my bucket list, but it's not been it wasn't a goal for this year, because like some of the people that you just referred to, I thought that's going to be really challenging. So it's something to work towards. And I'm part of a community, the GTEx community. At the end of July, the community manager was like, I'm thinking of putting together a TEDx or TED talk group. Would you guys be interested? We'll spend an hour each week for the month of August focusing on how to do it and what the process is. I just thought, why not? An hour a week? Yeah. And so then I realized that there's this world of TED and TEDx's. I didn't know the difference at that point, the difference between TED and TEDx, and that they're all around the world. And I was just like, I kind of knew it, but it wasn't clear in my mind. So then I just started investigating. So where's my local TEDx? I didn't even ever question that. Found out that there was the Bedford one. LinkedIn stalked them. I was like, every post that there was there, I was like, is there a person that I can email? I found Kieran, couldn't find an email address. And then I was like, trying to find all these people, because I'm like, I know that you exist. I am going to talk on your platform, my friend. You don't know it yet, but I'm coming. And so I liked and commented on posts because I saw her coming soon. And I was like, oh, I'd love to know what it's about. Are there any opportunities? And thank God, Hema responded and was like, send me a message. And so I messaged her, and this is August of this year even. And so then she was like, yeah, we will have it coming up. Then they announced the theme, and I was like, oh, this is made for me. I was like, I've got to speak. And then Hema was like, okay, here's a document, fill it in and send it back to me, and I'll see if we can get you in this year, or maybe it'll be next year. And in the back of my mind, what Hema didn't know is I went, I'm talking this year. I'm coming this year. I'm going to do it. And so she didn't know, but I put it out there, and she responded because they got me into this year. And so basically I didn't hear back for a little while, and I was a bit like, oh. So then I emailed her and said, because I had a migraine, I think actually the day when she said, can I get it back to her, a few days prior. So she gave me a little extension. So the migraine managed to pass, get it into her. But then I didn't hear anything for, I think, maybe a week or two. So I just emailed to say, hope you got it. Is everything okay? Do you need any help with anything as well? As the date was imminent. And that's when she said, oh, sorry, it's been really busy. This is the information. And I was like, I'm in. And it was like, yay. And then it was basically like a month to go. So it was a really short process for me. But just once I cottoned onto it, I'm a bit like a dog with a bone. I was like, I'm coming. And here I am.
All of you watching right now, if you have any kind of questions or you want any kind of tips from Jasmine, just put it in the comment. If you don't mind, I'm going to share something we from our first rehearsal. Actually, it was online. And Jasmine came to the first rehearsal, and you lost your voice before you came to the rehearsal. So it was like almost not speaking, basically. And I was like, oh my God, poor her, she wouldn't be able to speak. But somehow you made it. Somehow you start rehearsing the talk, and I was listening, and my job was basically to give feedback as a TEDx coach. And I was listening your script, and I was like, it literally, it broke my heart to give you my feedback. And my feedback for all of you was like, cut the whole first part of the talk. You have to start with that second part of the talk. It was like, no, that is fluff. Just cut it, and start straight away, which you did. And literally, I was like, we finished the rehearsal, I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Like you were suffering, you lost your voice, and I was like, cut that shit. Like this is fluff.
Yeah.
Like, don't put it there. And then I was thinking, you know what? At the end of the day, my job was to give you feedback and to be really helping you to make it very powerful. And then I didn't know if you did it or not. And then for all of you, I help the TEDx Bedford online. I didn't go there physically. I was not on the day, but then I was watching the videos, and I couldn't wait to watch your video. And I clicked, the video started, and you start with, it is me, my mom, and the lady from the social studies. I was like, yes! It was like, oh my God, it brought me to tears. I was like, you did took in a really nice way my feedback. I was like, yeah, that is really good. That is so good. So
your training was fantastic, and it came at a great time because I've been rethinking kind of my message in the business. And so the training it was so difficult for me because I'd had an idea based on what I'd done in that previous group, and your training kind of put it all on its head. So it was the second time you've done it too, Biliana, where I was just like, oh my God, the training, everything I've done is like, now, like, scrap it, start again. So then when you said it to me on the day, it was like, I think I was used to it by then, which is okay, right, I got to scrap that bit, start from there. So, but it was really poignant because, as I said, I was at that point in my business of just wanting to kind of re-message things and really focus on what is it that I want to communicate. I want people to know and to understand the power that we are often looking to others to give us actually lies within us. And the power to make a difference in my life is in me. Exactly. It starts with me, it ends with me, and then we go out into the world and we connect, and then it comes back, so that really is at the heart of my message. And so, yeah, when you said to me, just chop it and start there, it was such great advice, and I'm incredibly.
I got half of your speech. I was like, oh my God.
Good thing though, because it was actually going to be probably too long anyway. So
yeah.
You did great.
But you see, that's something. And for all of you watching right now, put the hashtag live if you're watching live, or hashtag replay if you're watching on a replay. I'm just curious to see that. But you see, TEDx. This is something what I really love about TEDx. They put it maximum 18 minutes because in 18 minutes, you really have to really cut all kind of fluff and get straight to the story, straight to your message, straight to your teaching, and straight to your wisdom, right? You don't have enough time to tell like which level of the green is the leaves on the trees, Yeah. You just don't. Hi Claire, so lovely to see you that you're watching live. Put where you're watching it from, which city and country. If it's a different country than the UK. I'm a little bit bad with geography. So yeah, it was super powerful, and I'm so grateful that you were part of TEDx Bedford, and I managed to help you and then help you with the YouTube hacks and get you to so many views. That's amazing. I'm so pleased that your video is so well received. It's just absolutely amazing.
Been great.
Okay, so last question before we finish. What is next for Jasmine Mbye?
What is next? Well, you know, for me, this is really about wanting to build those connections, and to take the message, which does include my story, and make that difference in the lives of women and girls, working with organizations, that be schools as well as corporations, you know, to positively impact females so that they can show up authentically, speak up confidently, and shine boldly. Those are the three things that, you know, I believe we are all born to do. I love that quote by Marianne Williamson that says, you know, it's not our darkness, actually, it's our light that most scares us. But what we are here to do is to shine, in a nutshell. If you haven't read that quote, Our Deepest Fear, I'll definitely recommend it. And so that's what I'm working with women to do. And then that's where I'm so grateful to the TEDx Bedford team, which encompasses yourself, because honestly, this is just kind of helped give me a platform. Because I did the TEDx talk, that's what's helped me to win my awards. And so, yeah, next year I'm just like looking to build on the speaking platform, because I've always known, it's always been noted that, you know, I have a speaking ability. I used to get told off for talking in school. Thank God I had a good teacher who's like, let's channel it. She is talkative, and her voice does carry, which is why I'm always getting told off, but let's get her reading an assembly, you know. So it's about making people aware that sometimes things may present in a negative, but actually we have the power to turn it around and to work it for good. And that can be our difficult and traumatizing and challenging experiences also. They can be stepping stones. And so that's what I want to bring to the world. That's what I want to work with women and girls to help understand and to help them transform through the training programs that we offer, through public speaking, you know, and engagements and stuff like that. That's what I'm really wanting to work with going forward, and make sure that make a difference.
Powerful, super, super powerful. Claire is saying that she's watching from Exeter in the UK. It's been great. Thanks for sharing your experience, Jasmine. Thank you so much. Claire, if you want to do a TEDx one day, what would be your topic? Just put it in the comments.
Good question.
I always challenge everyone who is watching. Of course, as much as you guys want to share, right? There's no have to and must to and should and could, you know, and it's just, of course, if you want, but I'm always curious as well. And something what I was listening, and like, again, like goosebumps of what is next for you. What I really truly believe is that the more women we have who are really being the super authentic self and really showing truly self, that also encourage men around us, because wanting or not wanting, we always change everyone around us to be the truly self, and to be like really open with emotions and with everything going on in their life. So it's like because you focus on women and girls as well, but actually that changed the whole society. And
definitely,
I really want to thank you. I live in London. I don't live close to Bedford, but on behalf of the Bedford Society, I would like to thank you really for what you do, because that changed all the societies in the UK. But because of TEDx now is gonna change all the societies around the world. So it's not just in the UK. Any final words? Claire, we're waiting for your topic. Oh, sorry. Here you go. It would be about being brave by working with your fear to achieve results. This is really good.
Oh, when I hear Claire's.
Go for it, Claire. You can't do it this year because it's already 17th of December, but do it next year.
Definitely.
It would be absolutely amazing. Okay, final words for all of us who are watching you, Jasmine.
Final words would be, I'm wearing my I Am t-shirt because I was like, I believe in the power of affirmations. And my final thoughts would be just to affirm ourselves and understand that, you know, we have that power. So speak whatever you would like to see more of, or just see at all. Speak it out, speak positively, speak kindly to yourself, and just know that your goals and your dreams may be a lot closer than you think. I am an example of just that. So those are my final thoughts. And thank you once again, Biliana. You've been a star. And to all the Bedford team.
My absolute pleasure. Clay saying 100% for next year. Thank you so much for all of you watching today. I'm wishing you happy Friday. I'm wishing you an amazing, beautiful, and lovely weekend. I'm sending a lot of love and energy to all of you. And I'm going to see you on Monday, where we have another interview with a girl who had a dream.
Oh, I like the sound of that. That sounds good.
I'm going to say. Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to see you soon.